Has God called you to start a business and now you're not sure what to do next? In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the following steps you need to take in order to turn that idea that God has given you into a profitable business. Let's dive in. So the first step you want to take in this process is writing out your vision. Now, I know that this sounds cliche, but the reality is God has given you a vision. When God gives you an idea, that idea is a vision. And what if I told you that you should not look at this just as an idea, but look at the vision that God has given you as actually prophecy concerning your future? When you look up the definition of what vision is in Hebrew, it actually means to prophesy, it means revelation, and it means vision. So when God gives you a vision or an idea to create something, what he's telling you is that this is actually a prophecy concerning your destiny, concerning what I wrote about you before the foundation of the world. So when it comes to understanding this, it actually can change your perspective around just the vision that God has given you. Because once you understand that it's actually prophecy and it's attached to who God says that you are, or who you were before the foundation of the world, then now you can look at it as this is not just an idea. This is actually something that God has written about me. And if one thing about God's prophecies, do not fail, okay? And if it doesn't come to pass concerning your business, it's because you didn't do what you were supposed to do, okay? Because God is not a man that he shall lie. And so if he tells you, hey, I want you to open up a coffee shop, what he's saying is that I actually predestined you to be a business owner. I wrote that I wanted you to own a coffee shop, right? And so once you begin to understand this, then you know, okay, this is possible. This business is going to succeed because he predestined it for me, right? This business is not just something that was just an idea. No, this is a revelation about who I am, about my personal identity in terms of what God has said about me, what he's written about me, right? How he's designed me. He's designed me to be a business owner, right? When we begin to understand this, then we can shift our entire perspective around us just having an idea and just writing it down and just saying, you know what, this is just an idea and I'm going to create a business out of it. No, it's bigger than that, okay? And when you think about vision, of course, the Bible says in Habakkuk, it says to write the vision and make it plain. But it actually says in the next text, so that others may be able to run with it, right? And so when you are considering the vision that God has given you, it's important that you do write it down. It is important that you get this idea out of your head and flush it out. So that way you're able to have clarity around what it is that God is telling you to do. And oftentimes when God gives us a vision, it's a bigger picture, but it's up to us to work out the details so that the vision can come to life. And also, of course, depending on the Holy Spirit to do it, right? And so when you are writing down this vision, it is so that you can get clarity around it. It's so that you can have direction in your business. Okay, so example, if God tells you that he wants you to open up a coffee shop, okay, he gave you the vision to open up a coffee shop. Now, what are the details? What does that look like? Did he show you a vision of how the place would look? Is this a drive-through kind of coffee shop? Is this a coffee shop that's going to have a library? What kind of coffee will you offer? What kind of coffee beans will you offer? What will it look like on the inside? All of this is included in your vision. And one of the things that we do here at Design with a Purpose is we help our clients get clear on the vision that God has given them, right? Because it's so much more. So we help you take that vision and we turn it into a framework that you can use as a blueprint for your business. So the second step in this process is to identify your target audience. Now, this is extremely important because when you are launching any kind of business, it is important that you know exactly who you're speaking to, who's buying your product, what their needs are, what their pain points are, right? And so oftentimes I tell my clients that when they are identifying who their target audience is, often someone or people that you are already serving and you just haven't realized it, right? Sometimes we are already doing the work that God has called us to do, but we're not doing it at a larger scale. We're just thinking, oh, okay, I'm just telling people how to make their coffee more healthier. And you just think it's just something like that, right? Or maybe you are caring for people in your family and you just think that I just love to care for people. That's it. No, it's actually part of your calling, right? And so oftentimes you already have the people who you're called to serve in front of you. It's just a matter of you recognizing it. And so so when it comes to identifying your target audience, what I typically say is know who it is that God has called you to serve. Your target audience are the people that God has called you to serve. So look at your inner circle to know who is it that you are finding yourself working with on a daily basis, or who is it that's constantly coming up to you and asking you questions. What is it? What are the type of who are the type of people that you enjoy working with and that you often find yourself helping, right? Because most likely that's your target audience. Now, why is this important? Because if you sell anything in business, you must know who it is that you're speaking to. You must know their desires. You must know what their heart is, what their pain points is, what they struggle with consistently. Now, the third step in this is to perform market research. Now, this is critical. Oftentimes people skip this part and then they start posting products and services and then they wonder why people aren't buying from them. But the reality is people aren't buying from you because you didn't do your research, okay? Now, God can give us an idea, but he does expect for us to use wisdom, and this is wisdom, okay? When we think about performing market research, you need to do research on who your target audience is. So now that you have identified, let's say that God called you to start the coffee shop and you identified the people that you are called to serve are actually people who love coffee, but they want a healthier alternative and they are believers, okay? Let's just say it's something like that. And so now it is up to you to perform market research to now go and look at, okay, if I'm going to offer healthier coffee options, then what does that look like? What are my manufacturers, right? What kind of coffee beans do I want to serve? All of those different things. And then you need to get to know your audience, get to know what it is that they struggle with. Like, why is it that they want a healthier coffee option? Get to know them. And this comes by way of doing research, whether that be through surveys, through online, social media, whatever method. There's various methods that you can use, but you need to get to know your audience, okay? And market research is also doing research on your industry as a whole so that you know what is out there, what your competitors are selling, which I say it at Design with a Purpose that you have people that are selling things similar to you, but when you are operating in God's will, you don't have a competitor. So developing your brand identity is vital to the success of any and all businesses. Think of your brand identity as the way that people are able to identify your brand over others that are within your niche. So people should be able to go to your website. They should be able to look at your social media account. They should be able to even look at the packaging of a product that you sell, for those of you who are selling physical, tangible products, and be able to know that it is your brand. Even in experience, for those of you who are in a service or selling services or different things like that, you should also be including your brand identity in the experience. So it is vital that you have this in your business, because I'm telling you guys, if you want to have a successful business in 2026 and further on, it is important that you develop an identity for your business, because so many people are developing businesses. And that doesn't mean, that you shouldn't develop yours. It's just you need to develop an identity around your business, okay? The final step in this is to trust God. If God revealed it to you and he said, I want you to start a business, then trust him. Step out on faith. Do exactly what he told you to do, because what he's saying is that, daughter or son, I ordained you to be a business owner. I ordained you to start the business that I'm telling you to start. And all I need you to do is be obedient and act on the vision, and I will do the rest. Okay. If you know that God has been calling you to start a business and you're not sure how to get started, here at Design with a Purpose, we help purpose-driven entrepreneurs turn their ideas into profitable businesses through identity, design, and authenticity. We do not believe that business is a one-size-fits-all. Instead, we help our clients create business frameworks that's customizable to them, that works for them, and also meets the needs of their audience. We are very big here on helping you build a business that is designed for you. So we take the way that God has designed you and we implement that into your business so that it works for you. And we also are big on making sure that you are not building a business that requires you to hustle, because God is not a God that wants you to toil and struggle to build what it is that he's calling you to build. If you know that this is something that you're interested in, go ahead and click the link below to schedule a free consultation with us. If you are new here and you would like to learn more about just entrepreneurship in the kingdom, or maybe you're not a believer, but you're still interested in learning how to build a business that's according to your design where you don't have to hustle, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you know that there's someone within your inner circle or someone that you know needs this, or maybe you just want to share it on your social media, feel free to share with other people so that they'll be able to get in the scoop as well. Guys, I thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it helped you, and I cannot wait to see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.